In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get a business line of credit from a former bank BP perspective. Whether you're an established business or a brand new startup, this video is for you. And if you watch until the end, I'm going to give you 3 banks that you can go to right now to get business funding. So let's talk about what a line of credit really is. It's one of the most powerful tools available from FDIC insured banks. Imagine it's like a reusable bag of cash that the bank is holding for you that you can borrow, then you repay it, and then the money is available to you all over again. And you only have to go through the underwriting process one time. Monthly payments are low, usually just 1.5% of the total balance that you have taken against it. It's perfect for emergencies and it barely affects your cash flow compared to a traditional working capital term loan. And once you're approved, the bank is not going to keep asking you for financials. They're not going to keep checking your credit as long as you use the line of credit responsibly. So how do banks decide if you qualify for a line of credit? So before we get there, we need to understand how the bank underwrites the line of credit to see you qualify. And they mostly use 2 methods. Number one is the streamlined method, where they underwrite your line of credit through an algorithm. The algorithm checks your personal credit, it checks the business credit, it might check the Secretary of State records, see to see you have any liens. And if it passes the minimum criteria from the bank, then the algorithm makes a decision either for human review or just decides to approve your line of credit and start the closing process. And the stronger your profile is, the less documentation they're going to ask, if any. Number 2, traditional underwriting. This is used for requests over $100,000 on average. A traditional business line of credit usually requires documentation. It requires for you to be 2 years in business, and you can ask for 10 to 25% of your actual or future gross revenue. In most cases, this process requires a full underwriting review by an underwriter or a credit officer of the bank. They're going to review your financials, your personal credit, the business credit, and then they're going to make a decision to see if you're going to be approved. So now that we know how the bank underwrites your line of credit, let's talk about the 3 different types of line of credit that you can get from the bank. Number 1, no docs, aka no documentation. This is when the bank approves you for a business line of credit without checking or verifying your actual revenue for the business. This can be based on projected revenue or stated revenue. These are usually under $100,000, and the max you can ask for in most cases are around 10% of the gross or future projected revenue of the business. And yes, the bank will not ask for any documentation. They're just gonna make you sign the closing documents, and then you have access to a line of credit. Number 2 is a line of credit with limited docs. So here lenders might ask for a little bit of documentation like business plans, financial projections. They might ask you to sign what is called a 45060, where they want to confirm your tax transcript to make sure that you're making the money that you're saying you're making. These lines of credit are not based on stated or projected revenue. They're based on the actual revenue, and you want to be in business for at least a year to qualify for these types of lines of credit. Now, the benefit is that you're going to be able to get a little bit more than $100,000 with most banks. So with limited docs, if you don't have that much of a strong profile, the bank is not going to ask for a lot of documentation. They're going to ask maybe for a business plan, financial projections, maybe 1 year business tax returns, or year-to-date financials that you can get from your accountant, maybe bank statements, and they will probably make you sign what is called a 45060 to confirm that your business is actually making the business revenue that you stated. Then number 3 is a full doc line of credit. A full doc line of credit is going to require a full set of financial documentation. In most cases, they're going to ask for 2 years of business tax returns, 1 to 2 years of personal tax returns, a debt schedule, year-to-date financials, and a whole bunch of other documentation. Now, the benefit of this business line of credit is that in this case, you can ask for more than the 10% of your gross revenue. Some banks will lend you up to 25% of your gross revenue for the last filed tax return, or in some cases for what you're supposed to make that year. And because the bank is verifying the information, the revenue of the business, you can ask for more money. So your business qualifies for $750,000. You can get anywhere between $100,000 to $750,000 with most of the lenders that we utilize. So now that we know how the bank underwrites your line of credit, let's talk about what you need to qualify based on your personal and business credit profile. So banks typically require a minimum personal credit score of 680 and above. They don't want to see anything negative on your credit report. They don't want to see any recent late payments. They don't want to see anything derogatory, bankruptcies, collections, and they're going to be looking for comparable credit when your personal credit to see how you have managed other personal debt. They want to see that you have had any personal lines in the past or a home equity or mortgage. That's what they're looking for. And when it comes to utilization, they're looking at 15% utilization on your credit product. Now, on the business side, there's one score that they really care about to see you're going to be approved for a business line of credit, and that is your SBSS score. Now, this is a blended score between your personal and business credit from other business credit bureaus, and it ranges from 0 to 300. On the minimum, they want to see that you have a 155 SBSS score. If it's at a minimum 155, most likely the line of credit is going to go through the SBA. And if it's over 190 and above, then you might qualify for a streamlined or traditional line of credit from your bank. So if you want to check your SBSS score, go to NAVDAC. But overall, the most important factor of all is the relationship that you have with the bank. You see, there are some banks out there that will not give you access to a business line of credit unless you already have a relationship with them for a certain amount of time. Very few banks let you apply right from the beginning for the business line of credit because this is the bank's most protective credit product. Because again, once you apply for it, it's available. It's straight up cash that you have access to compared to a credit card that's more control when the bank can see how you're spending your money. And based on your relationship, the bank is going to create an internal score for the type of relationship you will have with them. That's based on how much in deposits you have with them, how many different credit products you have with them and personal products, and also how long you have been banking with them. So if you're planning to get a business line of credit from a popular bank that might have a product from any of my other videos that I have done on line of credit products, make sure you set up that checking account first, deposit a nice amount of cash, as much as you can, to show the bank that you're in business. Because in the world of business banking, cash is king. And the next factor of the relationship is you need to find a good business bank. Having the right person applying for your business line of credit can be the difference between you getting approved or denied. If you have a banker that has experience that can fight for you as the client and talk to the underwriter to explain your current situation, the type of business that you have, and the true need that you have for the line of credit, they can try to push for that approval. So if you're dealing with a banker that doesn't have any experience pushing on approval lines of credit, then that can heavily affect your chances of getting approved. It all comes down to that banker being able to talk to the underwriter and push up for that approval for you. So a good business banker can literally get your deal pushed through, and a bad one can kill your deal instantly. So it's very important that you either apply with a consultant that knows and has the relationships that you need to get that approval, like ready to file, or work on building that relationship and really interview that banker to make sure that they know what they're doing. Because that could be the difference between you getting approved or getting declined. So where can you apply right now? 3 places you can go. Number 1 is Wells Fargo. They will let you apply for a brand new business line of credit as long as you open a checking account with them. Number 2, TD Bank is a bank that I utilize in my company a lot to help entrepreneurs get access to capital. TD Bank will give you up to 25% of your gross revenue, and they do work with startups. And then number 3 is your local community bank. Your local community bank does not have the same marketing dollars that a Wells Fargo or a Chase has. And because of this, they're dying to find clients just like you because that's how they make their money. So you'll be surprised how flexible your local community bank is when helping you get access to that sweet business capital. So again, drive around your neighborhood, find a local bank that you probably didn't even notice was a bank before. Go inside there, ask for a business banker, and ask them to see if they have any products for your current business situation. Finally, if this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe so I can make more videos like this. And if you want me to make a full video showing you exactly how to get an approval from any of the banks that I mentioned earlier, or including community banks, let me know in the comments below. Send this to an entrepreneur that needs access to capital, and you need help, by all means, check the link in the caption. See you when I use my company so we can help you get access to capital. Have a good one.